different pieces in it, all match. So this heart is this heart. This one is this one. And then same with these. So I'm going to move this over to the side. I don't need that one. All right, this has the glitter. This has glitter, so I'm going to try to tie that together. We're going to save this for the other project, metal hole punch. All right, so this is what I need out of the box. It's snowing, Christina. It's time to move, friend. Time to move. All right. What's up, y'all? Video's not frozen for me. All right. Y'all, we're going to use a white flocked base. This is one of the Walmart bases. This one, I got like, I don't know, 2 years ago maybe. All right, so let's start with just kind of fluffing this out a little bit. Rochelle Business does have a starting point. You go to the Cha-Ching Blueprint, step 1, and you work it through there. Y'all, the only thing that I don't love about these bases is that some of the stems are nice and long, and then some are just a little nub. Awesome, Judith. All right, y'all, what I'm going to start with is a whole bunch of scrap mesh. So I've got this one, got these two. I thought I had a burlap up here, but I don't see it now. All right, y'all, a bunch of stuff that's already open. We're gonna clean this off here. All better. You loved your box, awesome. I think we still have a few extra boxes left on the website. Kathy, you can use any type of wreath base that you want. All right. Y'all, we're going to start with finding a clean edge. Now we're going to cut these about 20 inches. I'm going to use my Easy Bow Maker to keep it from rolling over this way. Yeah, Kathleen, the only reason that I like to use it is just because of the price point. It's hard to find a good evergreen base that's less than 10 bucks. And that one from Walmart is about 9 something. That's why so many people grab it. Rose, all you have to do is contact customer service at info@damonotes.com and they will help you file a missing box claim. Oh, thanks, Kim. All right. One's done. All right, let's see what we got with that. Y'all, we're also going to throw some 21" in there. So let me move all this to the side. We'll see how much we have. Y'all, I wanted a little bit of burlap, so I found this open roll of red and burlap. Nina, if you ordered the bow maker from DecoExchange, you should have gotten a little insert card that shows you how to put it together and all kinds of things. So check that out. All right. Y'all, we're going to cut these about 12 inches. So just cutting these around 36. I don't know how many I'm going to need, so I'm going to just stop there and keep this off to the side. Don't know who Mohad is, but bye, boo. Awesome, Sandy. Glad you loved it. Judy. The team is currently shipping orders from yesterday right now. So we're finally all caught up. Nothing like waiting until the end of the year to get caught up, but it's all. All right. Gonna grab one of our little bundles. And I'm gonna curl the edges in just a little bit and give it a nice little ruffle. I'm gonna turn it upside down and add these around. All right, so I'm gonna go around the outside edge first, and I'm gonna put these ruffles in just to where the tips of the ruffles are touching each other. Y'all, the best thing that you can do if you have a problem with your FedEx driver is to call FedEx. Every one of those drivers has a manager or has a contract owner. And then all of those contract owners have a manager. None of those people are me, unfortunately. Right now, we can't even get the post office to pick up our boxes, so you guys definitely don't want us to use them. All right, gonna grab our next. All right, so since that first one didn't have a burlap one, I'm gonna use the burlap first. All right, now we're gonna find this one. All right, now we're gonna go into this one. And I am starting on the outside because I know the outside is what's gonna get seen the most. Because when we first started, we laid our item right across, right? And whenever we put that on there, you can see how much of the center it actually covered. So I want to make sure that my outside has all the colors and looks kind of uniform. What's up, Lori? Lori, I saw you're coming to my little Christmas party. If all you guys lived in our neighborhood, you'd be invited to the Christmas party. I think Miss Crystal might freak out if I called her and said, oh, FYI, there's 1,000 people coming. But, you know. All right. Now I'm going to take the 21-inch. I'm going to curl it up. Y'all, and on this one, all I'm going to do is fold it over into a little Jesus fish. And then I'm going to wrap those right in every once in a while. right? So we get a little loop and two little tails. So we're having our company Christmas party. So let me backtrack. During the hurricane, there was a local couple, and they were literally cooking out of their kitchen and feeding people that needed food. If you guys donated to that big supply truck that came here, that couple got a lot of that supplies because they were using it to, you know, cook and feed for the neighborhood, the linemen, all the things. Well, she opened a restaurant. The official grand opening is Monday. And in her little restaurant, she has like a little, not little, it holds like 100 people, like meeting space. So to support her and her little business, we decided to host our Christmas party there. So we rented it out. And I was like, well, I already have the space. We're all going to be together. We may as well, for the second half of our Christmas party, invite all the like local community to come. All the local wreath makers. So not only do we get to have a company Christmas party, but we get to hang out with some of the other local wreath makers. And then we also get to support a small business that is just getting started. And the food is really good. And, you know, they're good people. So I want them to be successful. And if we can help, if we can, you know, I think right now, I think like 30 people RSVP'd. And then they're bringing their spouses. So that's 60 people. Plus my whole warehouse staff that all gets to go in there, try her food, and hopefully like it and tell someone else. All right, we're going to add one more of these. All right. So let me show you from the side so you guys can see how we have all the colors mixed in there. All right, now let's add our hearts next. I want to add the hearts next because they're going to cover a lot of this grapevine, and then we can just fill in with mesh around it. Y'all, if you so if you lived within a certain radius of the restaurant address, you should have gotten a text message from me saying, hey, we're getting together on this date. If you want to RSVP, please click the link. If you're just now hearing about it and you didn't click that link, go click it because I have to turn in the numbers tomorrow. All right, so to get these attached, first I'm going to remove this string. Y'all, this heart came from the Wreath supply box. Nina, I just like to stand up. That's all. All right. Y'all, now on the back side of this, we are going to I'm going to use floral wire. So on the back of it, like threaded through the fabric, is a wire. So I just attached my wire to that wire. All right. So I want to make sure that when I angle this on here, that I leave enough space down here to decorate, and I leave enough, just enough up here to be able to add in a little bit of stuff, right? So if I put the hearts way up here, it would be real hard to decorate behind it, and you'd have a whole lot of open space down here. So I want it to be about right here, just a little bit on top. And I'm just wrapping that wire right around the base. Oh, since Danielle popped in, y'all, Danielle is from around the Mayfield area. And that reminded me. So, y'all, let me just, all right. Someone that I guess follows the page sent me like a scathing text message because I was not hosting a fundraiser and doing all the things for Mayfield that I did for my own town. So I was self-centered, unthoughtful, rude, and obviously just in it for me, and I wasn't helping other people that needed help and all this stuff. This person is from California, not even affected by Mayfield. But what I just kind of laughed it off. But if you're really that concerned about it, you should know that I have personal friends who live in Mayfield. They are very much involved in the recovery efforts. We are not hosting our own fundraiser, but we are sharing theirs every single day. And we are communicating with them every single day, seeing what they need, how can we help. One of those people's family is like helping run the centers. They have the church, like they're doing all the things, right? And yeah. So just because you don't see us doing something doesn't mean that we're not actively involved in helping. And they wanted to let me know what wreath maker was actually concerned about them. I was like, okay. All right, y'all, let's keep going with our ruffles. So now we're gonna start adding in the next layer. I was just like, oh, she's sweet. You know what? I'm just glad that no matter how negative she is, that she is so concerned about other people that she was trying to raise awareness to their problems, right? We're just gonna look at the bright side of her attitude. But the community should know that we are in touch. We are working side by side with people. And once the cameras are gone, we will still be working side by side with that community to help them out. All right, we're gonna keep adding these in here. Yeah, Mel, I originally had a grapevine wreath. And was gonna do that, and then I popped into your live video and I was like, well, not doing that one. Danielle, people are crazy. Y'all, and here's what I know. So the first thing I did was I talked to Brooke and Brandon, said, hey, I know exactly how this goes. You know, we live in Hurricane Central. We go through this once a year, sometimes twice a year in some of our neighborhoods, right? I said, what are the immediate needs? Do you need hotel rooms? Do you need food? Do you need gasoline? Do you need engine oil? Like, here's all the basic stuff. And he was like, honestly, the support is amazing. And there's 18-wheelers rolling in here every single day, providing help and support. There's toy drives. There's all kinds of things. And I said, okay. So that lasts for a little while, and then all that goes away. And we both agreed that at that time, we would step up and do more. All right, got that twisted. Hey, Vanessa. Vanessa, not forgotten about you, friend. All right, y'all, we're just adding in ruffles. Yeah, so y'all, you know, Lake Charles was hit by Hurricane Laura. Um, a whole year and almost 6 months ago, and that town still looks almost exactly the same as when Hurricane Laura went through it. But there's no more media, there's no more help. Uh, People are having to sue their insurance companies. It's it's not good. All right. Let's cut a few more pieces of that 21 inch. Maybe three. Get those added here. Lisa, the link would have been in your text message if you're on our text message list. A wood burning tool is not going to stop your mesh from fraying. The quality of your mesh will help it a little bit, but all mesh is going to fray. All right, there's our three. Yeah, Lori, a lot of businesses are closing in Lake Charles too. I don't know how they would survive another storm, honestly. All right. Let's get one here. Yeah, you can use a regular evergreen for this. I just used the flock one because it was close by and I needed something quick because I was going to do the same project that Mel taught tonight. Y'all, I think I'm going to need one more piece. Stacy, did you see we sold a whole bunch of your sloths last night? All right. Y'all, let's get one more piece for up here. You love the sloth you bought one? It's such a cute little design. I told her that we need a sloth for every season. All right. Y'all, I might I don't know. It's pretty secure. All right. Pretty secure. Y'all, let's make a bow. We need a good bow. Like, nice, full, fill in some gaps. You went to Opelousas. I have not been to Opelousas in a long time. Oh, I had one more 21 inch and I forgot to use it. All right. Y'all, I want to pull in some leopard because of the heart. I'm going to use one of my favorites because it's got the browns, the reds, the blacks, the whites. Yeah, y'all, I'm not, honestly, I wasn't real concerned with her and her thoughts about how I run my life. But when I saw some of the ladies from the Mayfield area here, it made me think about it. You grabbed an extra off Etsy. I think we still have some of these boxes on DecoExchange.com, and there may be some on Etsy. Y'all, I need... Well, here's some red already cut. I need some red. All right. I have a lot of patterns already. Let's not. We almost threw another pattern in there. I thought I had that pink polka dot out, but I don't see it. That's all right. Let's make a bow. What's wrong with my life? Absolutely nothing, honestly. Pretty good. Is this a kit? It is not a kit. Some of the supplies are from the Wreath supply box, though. If you go to DecoExchange.com, you can type in December, and you can find the box. All right, let's make a bow. Y'all, we're gonna start with a pretty long tail. We're gonna give it a good little pinch. Also, if you're not in the creative coaching group, this is the view that we have when we design. Evidently, Mevo did an update last night, and the other two aren't quite as updated, and was having a few problems. All right, so we're gonna go about 8 inches. Kathleen, Parker is in Chicago shopping. I was supposed to go to Chicago, and then last minute I was like, I have too much stuff to do. I can't leave again. Lori, this ribbon is amazing. It's the quality of like Craftex, but priced like Michael's. All right. Now on this one, I want all of the long ribbons going this way. I know we did have the 4-inch. It may be sold out, but I can give you the SKU. It is RGX 00665Y. Alright, so normally we do our long tail here, long tail here. This time, all of our long tails are going to be going this way. Yeah, this ribbon we've had for probably close to a month now. So I would guess it's probably sold out, but I bet if you just go to Google and type it in, I bet you someone that sells supplies has it out there. Lori, we did talk about doing a few warehouse sales next year. They're just, it's a lot of work. Mainly, the problem is that people can shop online all the time. So then when you have someone shopping in person, they may be holding on to something in their hands and someone online buys it. So then you go to check out and we're like, oh, sorry, that's not in stock. So usually we have to, so what we have to do is it has to be planned. And we have to have the team come in early. They have to pull all the outstanding orders. Then we have to turn the website off, which is never good. The plaid ribbon was from DecoExchange, but I don't know if it's still in stock. You would definitely have to check the website on that one. So it's a whole process. Like, we have to plan pretty well for it, so we can't just randomly do it. But before COVID, we did it twice a year. And we would, of course, like to get to do that again. Mainly, I like to do it because we get to meet all the locals, we get to hang out with them. All right. So, we got to this point. We're going to find a pipe cleaner. Y'all, my table looks like the warehouse threw up on it. I grabbed so much stuff for this little bitty project. All right, we're gonna take it, we're gonna fold it in half. Patricia, good thing I saw your message. I added you as your own line in RSVP, because, you know, who knows? If we if the team has time before, there may be like a little swag bag or something, like a little Christmas present. But I just assumed the RSVP person was like a spouse and not another wreath maker. All right. But I got you covered. I saw your text. All right, y'all, look how pretty that is. So normally, what we want is I like to have this wide piece, and I like to have all the tails down here. But in this particular piece, I want it to be long this way and not like a half of a moon, right? So I put all my long tails off this side. Hopefully you noticed that while I was making the bow. You heard the comments. You followed what I was doing. Because I want it to go right down this way and fill in that whole space. All right, so I'm just gonna work my pipe cleaner. And get this tied in. Do we have scissors? We do have scissors. Getting this tied off. All right, y'all, and then I'm gonna pull that little bit of extra pipe cleaner and I'm gonna wrap it around the outside. All right, y'all, let's get our little bow cleaned up a little bit. So I'm gonna start with the shorter ones. Y'all, sometimes I like to remind the public that I can do more than our normal free videos. You need this bow happiness in your life? Get it. Y'all, this is the exact same bow that we make every single time. We just put the tails in a different place. Just one little change can change the whole look of your bow. All right. Y'all, now I need to get a little bit of this ribbon all the way around. So let's move this out of our way. Terry, these scissors swing both ways, friend. They're exactly the same. All right, now on this base, I'm gonna do 12-inch tails because the little pines on it aren't that long. Y'all, also, if you got the box and you don't want to do something that big, this is Another thing that you can do with them, just make a cute little door hanger with a little simple bow. So this is literally just a small hand bow, zip tied right to the frame. If you're in the creative coaching group, go check out what Mel did with hers tonight. All right, so I'm gonna do 12-inch. Y'all, I'm just gonna cut, I don't know, 6 of all of them. Mel did a great job. She did. You use them to groom your dogs. And my little dog needs a bath so bad. How do you buy another box? Just go to DecoExchange.com and search December. And if we have any left on there, that's where they'll be. Y'all, I'm going to do 6 on a whole bunch. So they're 12 inches total. Is that Brooke? No. But Brooke is one of our very best friends, if that helps. Brooke and Brandon, or who we are in communication with every single day, making sure that they need what they have what they need to help their community. Constance, you'll just log in to the Facebook group, and that's where it'll be. You can also check your welcome email. That email should have all the information on how to find everything. And if you can't find that email, contact customer service at info@damonotes.com, and they can help you get all the links that you need. All right, so we've got this one, we've got this one. Tammy, those are metal hole punches. And it will let you poke a little hole in your metal wreath sign so that you can attach them to your projects. Awesome, Pat. Thank you. Of all the things that I have around here, I don't see a metal sign that I can poke a hole in. Brooke's cute as a button. Two. Sorry. Oh, also, FYI, Parker and Jordan went to our supplier today, and they picked out all of the monthly boxes for I think July through January of next year. So through January of 2023, and every single box is amazing. Like, I can't wait for there to be extra so I get the supplies. Two. All right, so you guys know how well like Parker did picking out stuff this year. Now imagine Parker and Jordan picking out stuff. And then every box they sent to all the creative coaches, and we all approved them. So, you know, next year is going to be good. Christina, 60919 comes from a different supplier. And the problem that we have is we try to get all the supplies from one supplier to try to guarantee that all the supplies come in. It also allows us to get the biggest discount, which means we get to add more stuff to your box. So if you guys aren't aware, the way it works is we take the box minus shipping cost, minus processing fees, minus what it costs us to have the employees in the warehouse pack the boxes. And that gives us a budget. And that budget is what Parker uses to fill the box. So it's not like we pick out 4 items or 5 items or 6 items. He goes in there and he says, this is how much I can spend. And he usually goes over it. So that's why some of the boxes have, like this month's box doesn't have a whole lot of stuff in it because it has those big hearts that were kind of expensive. Instead of just saying, oh, you guys are going to get 5 signs every month, we just go with, oh, we're going to spend this amount. Your box is worth $80 to $100. All right. Y'all, now I'm just going to randomly grab ribbon. Not even the same sets all the time. And I'm going to start placing them around. Maybe. Here we go. All right, so we're just going to start adding those all around. So I'm just looking for any twist ties that I can grab and put a ribbon tail in. Lisa, that's why we always try to have a couple of extra boxes. So for the people that can't afford the monthly box, but still want to participate, they can try to grab one of the extra ones. Christina, I did 12-inch ribbon tails. Y'all, one thing that you can do is, if you can't determine what length to cut your tails, take your ribbon, just like this, fold it, and push it into your wreath. And you want them to be about an inch longer than your mesh. Now, that rule doesn't always work, but it works a lot of the time. Typically, 13 inches is the answer. On this type of base, though, I knew that the pines weren't that long. You're wrapping presents? I haven't even wrapped presents yet. And then normally, okay, so normally at this time we have already went in and shopped for several places around here. This year when I reached out, most of the places are they didn't have any needs. They'd already been taken care of, which is awesome. So we're still navigating that. What color did I match this pink up with? Do the dogs have stockings? No. The dogs have Christmas literally every day. The last piece of ribbon I put was a 2.5 inch. Missy, I'm gonna be honest, I ordered 25 Amazon gift cards already in gift boxes. So I don't even have to do that. Y'all, I need Y'all, Amazon, okay, if you have any last minute gift cards, Amazon has them already in like gift boxes. No charge for the gift box. Free shipping on Amazon Prime. And they were delivered. I ordered them Wednesday. They were delivered today. All right, so you can see we're just filling all this area in with ribbon. Y'all, now we have this spot right here that we need to take care of. Also, if it's not on your Christmas list yet, you should tell all your friends and family that you want a DecoExchange.com gift card. Will permanent vinyl stick on the hearts? I think so. Jordan, what's going on here is y'all should still be working, not hanging out. Ginger, we are waiting to hear from the Easy Bow Maker Company about wholesale pricing, when we can get them, all the things. The first time we reached out, she wasn't ready to wholesale them. So as of right now, we don't carry them, but hopefully one day we will. You're getting a circle light for my photos? I wouldn't. Ring lights are for people, not for product. Jordan's already trying to design with the stuff that we're not even going to get until like September. Jordan, let us know. Were there still a lot of gnomes? Y'all, maybe if you're in the creative coaching group, maybe you guys can convince Jordan to go live in the showroom tomorrow, doing like a quick tour of what is all in the showroom and available. All right, y'all, now I'm just going to go back around and just throw in a random ribbon tail where it's needed. What am I asking for Santa? Honestly, I have not asked Santa for anything in a long time. Usually when people ask what they can get me, I ask them to donate somewhere in our honor. Y'all, I say it all the time. We are truly blessed. If I want something, I buy it. I've always been like that. And for us, even me and Parker, we don't buy each other gifts. We donate to things that we believe in. So whenever people ask me what I want for Christmas, it's usually, hey, you know what? Why don't you go donate to your favorite charity in our honor? If you guys don't know, before I was doing this career, I was an entrepreneur in the oil and gas industry. So when I first got out of college, I had my own consulting business. It was a multi-seven-figure business, too. Then I hired on directly as an employee of Shell, which was also really well paying. Parker was also an engineer, so he was paid well. So we've never really not been blessed. And I say blessed, and by blessed I mean worked really hard for every penny that we earned. All right, y'all, these are just going to be extras because we have enough stuff. All right. Y'all, now I want to start adding some extras to it. How did I get into, did I miss a dovetail? This one's dovetailed, this one's dovetailed, this one is not. How did I get into wreath making? So my job in the oil and gas industry was pretty stressful. And I decided to pick up wreath making as a way to relieve stress from that job. And from there, because I was already like pretty business savvy from consulting and all that kind of stuff, it was pretty easy for me to figure out how to sell wreaths. And then I took a class from someone, and the class was a lot of money. It was about $10,000, which I had extra money because I had a really good job. But I didn't learn anything in that class that would have ever let me make my money back. So then I was like, okay, how are other creatives ever going to be able to grow their business if this is the type of information that people are selling them? So that's how we started our business group. We wanted it to be affordable and worth it, and actually show people how they can actually make money with their handmade products. Y'all, my glue gun's not hot yet. We're gonna have to come back and glue those in. These were from the supply box as well. And then, you know, one thing that I like to teach is, like, make sure you're diversified. Make sure you have multiple revenue streams. So that way, if something happens in one place, you don't, you know, lose everything. All right, so I'm thinking triangle pattern. This is what we teach, right? You want to close this triangle off. So I want to get something out over here. How does business coaching work if everyone is at different steps? So in the business coaching, we have laid out a basic path to your success. So if you start with step 1 and you work it step 1 through wherever, the training is there for you whenever you need it. And then every single day, Monday through Friday, twice a day, I have a coach in there that is live, helping you answer your questions. So they either direct you to the part of the training that you need to go to, or they help you solve your problem right there. So we call it office hours. But it doesn't matter which step you are in your journey, the membership portal and the training is available for you at that time. And then all you have to do is, when you need support, ask one of the coaches. Y'all, it's not hot yet. All right, so I also wanted to, there's not a lot of pink, so I, of course, want to throw in some pink. You guys know 60919 is going to go in there. All right, so in this case, I want to get the 60919 spread out nice and far because I want it to stay in the mesh, right? John, all the coaches are knowledgeable, and if they don't have an answer, they will either do research to find it, or they'll reach out to me and ask what they should recommend. All right, I'm going to start gluing some of those pieces in. What I like about the coaches is they've all successfully done exactly what you're trying to do. Right? So it's not like they just have an idea of what you should do. They've all done it. Like Marissa, Marissa started her Etsy shop last year, and she's already making multiple 6 figures in sales just from her Etsy store. Kali's been doing this for longer than most of us. She's killing it. She had a 6-figure wreath business before I even met her. Christine has worked on blogs that have had millions of people see them every month. Y'all, if you get 1 million people to see your blog, you make quite a bit of money off just ad revenue. Parker, of course, has to deal with me and all of my business shenanigans, so he's been seeing it firsthand for a couple years. Tammy has had a storefront. She's got a successful Etsy shop. Jacqueline, we do talk about blogs and creative coaching. So we have a whole coach whose whole purpose is blogging, Pinterest, websites, all those things. We have a whole training, start to finish, on how you can create your first website, write your first blog, how to increase your blog views, all those things. So, Christine is the one who got us our blog going. Y'all, we don't do a lot with our blog. We don't advertise it a lot. We don't share it a lot. And as of right now, that blog makes anywhere between $2,500 and $5,000 a month. For no reason. Just for putting blogs out there. And the blogs are something that I'm already doing, right? So like this video, one day will turn into a blog. And people will find it on Pinterest. And they'll land on our website. And we'll get paid for it. So I'm going to get paid from Facebook for you guys watching this video. Then one day I'll get paid again from our blog from someone else watching the video. Y'all, that's what I talk about when I say multiple streams of revenue, right? Like, that blog is making money without me having to go and make a product, right? Because, let's be honest, we can only make so many wreaths in a day, right? So we want our business to have more revenue than just stuff that we have to touch and make and produce. Any new recipes? So there will be a new recipe, I think every Thursday next year. We did, I think the gumbo recipe posted. I think that posted last week. Y'all, this wreath's just about done. Looking to see if I pulled some other stuff to use. Maybe I'll still use a few. Let's use a few. Y'all, I'm gonna use this to bring our bow a little bit more to life. They're just little cheetah print curls. Will you ever get the tamale recipe? Maybe. I have to have time to make them. Amy, we don't actually cover wreath making in the business group. So you can literally apply it to anything that you want. We have doctors, lawyers, influencers, bloggers. We have all kinds of people in there, not just wreath makers. It all works the exact same way. We don't teach any wreath making in there, though. All right, y'all, look how cool this looks. I used the greens to just give it this little wild, wispy look to kind of take away from the perfect oval or round shape. Our hearts are secured in there. Our bow. I like it. Parker sleeps all the time. I do not. All right, y'all, I'll get some photos of this one so you guys can see it. Let me see if my whiteboard is clean, and I'll talk what I mean when I say reoccurring revenue real quick. What do you think we were talking about here? I don't even know. Y'all, I gotta go grab a rag. I don't even know what we were talking about on this. All right. So, first thing that we're going to do is we're going to take some basic numbers and just make some assumptions, all right? So let's assume that you sell a wreath for $100. In that $100, you follow my rule of material times 3, okay? So it costs you $33 to make it. Let's say it costs about 10% in fees, right? Because Etsy is going to be about 10%. And what does that leave us with? 100 minus 33 minus 10. We're at 57, right? $57 of profit. Okay, so that's our assumption. Now, somebody tell me, like, how much money would you like to make from your business? So, I don't know, I call it, this is what I like to look at. Stew. So, what do you have to survive? What is your target? What is your ultimate goal? Right? So, to survive, how much money do you have to make? How much money would you like to make? And how much money, if you made it, would you like fall out of your chair from initial shock? Right? So, someone tell me, what is your S? What do you have to make every single month to survive? My numbers today look really different than they did the first time I made this. Christina said 2,000. Okay? Christina, what is your target? What would you like to make? What would you be like over the moon happy if you could make this amount every single month in your business? I'm looking for Christina's number again. That way I can kind of just use one person's example. Y'all, Christina's thinking real hard about this number, or I just haven't seen it yet. Danielle, what we're talking about is why you should have multiple revenue streams. So we said that our typical wreath was $100. We had to take out 33 for supplies, 10% of the 100 here. So she wants to double it for a target. Now, Christina, what would be like the ultimate thing, like you don't think is possible? If you hit it, you would fall out of your chair with excitement. Do you want to just double it again? Now, everyone's numbers are going to be different. So, like whenever I first started, right? Whenever I first started, I still had my full-time job. So my survival was literally I wanted to be able to donate $500, and then I had a business coach that was, I think, 35. So my S was literally $535, about $500, right? Because that's all I needed. I wanted my donation and I wanted my 35, right? My target was like 2,500, and my ultimate was to match my paycheck that I made in the oil and gas. I was like, I could never make that with my, y'all. Listen, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I was that person. I literally said I could never make as much money doing crafts as I do as an engineer. So my ultimate was 15,000. I wanted to match what I made in a single month, right? So 535, 25, 15. Okay. Now at 535 on mine, right? So 535 divided by 57, y'all, that was less than 10 wreaths a month to make that goal. Right? That's all I needed was 10 wreaths every single month. All right. So now you would take each of these and divide it by the profit, not the sales, the profit. So 2,000 divided by 57 is 35 wreaths, right? Right? So if she wants to make $2,000, she has to take her profit, 2,000 divided by 57. That's 35 wreaths to make $2,000 profit. Okay, so 8,000 is 141 wreaths. Y'all, that's listen. 141 divided by 30, you got to make 4.7, you got to sell 4.7 wreaths a day. That's a lot of wreaths to make. Is it possible? Absolutely. Absolutely. My very first year in business, I sold 900 and something wreaths. You can absolutely do 141 wreaths a month, right? That's going to take a lot of work and a lot of effort. So, what I like to try to tell people to do is to have multiple revenue streams. Right? So now only this box right here is maybe wreaths. Maybe this box over here is t-shirts. Maybe this box over here is Facebook ad revenue. Maybe this one over here is YouTube revenue. Maybe this one over here is blog revenue. Maybe this one over here is affiliates. Right? Y'all, we personally have 32 of these boxes. We have 32. Right? So, if I'm looking at this right here, right? Diane, I would do installs, bows, all those things. Like, I would consider all of that over here. Let's just call it product instead of wreaths. So, let's just call it handmade or something. Right? T-shirts, I'm going to call it POD. If you're in the business coaching, you have a whole POD training. Right? So you can do all these things. But what if that one wreath that you had to make, right? That one wreath that you make, you did it on a Facebook Live. So that one wreath came over here, you made money. While you were on that live, you were wearing your t-shirt, right? Wearing the t-shirt. Y'all, I sell a t-shirt every time I go live. Okay? Facebook paid me for it. Guess what? I'm also live on YouTube right now. So that one wreath is over here making money. Making money. If that wreath sells, I'm making money. Then guess what? That blog, that same video that I'm doing here and here is going to eventually make it over to the blog. It's going to make money. And guess what's all over my blog? Affiliate links. That's going to make money. So now I've done one wreath, which also, while we were live, 4 different people have messaged me to buy that wreath. Okay? Now we've got Facebook ad revenue. We've got YouTube revenue. We've got blog revenue that's going to come from it. We're going to have affiliates in the blog. We've got print on demand. I don't have to touch it. So that one wreath of $57, that profit goes way up. So if you guys have followed me at all, you know I'm 100% transparent all the time. So let me I'll pull up some stuff. Y'all, this is not to brag. This is to encourage you to do the stuff that we teach in the training, right? So if I go to Facebook, y'all, just from Facebook, ad revenue for this week. Let's do the month. Is at $6,200. Okay. That's just, all right. How many of y'all, whenever you join this live, you had to watch a little video before you could see me? I've earned $6,200 from that. All right. And right now, Facebook has bonuses for doing things. So right now, in total for this month, in my bonuses, I've got $2,860 plus $10,255 plus $238. That's $13,353. Right? So far, just from posting on Facebook, I'm at $19,553. Okay? That does not include my YouTube revenue. On YouTube, we usually make about $3,500 blog revenue. I don't know what it is, so I'm just going to say $3,500 again. On t-shirts, profit is probably about 1,000. Affiliates, about $3,500 a month. So $31,053. And all of this is one thing. I did not have to make a wreath. Like, nothing here says Etsy sales, right? How do you get a following? Well, one, I showed up every single day and I did videos. I posted reels. So now Facebook is paying me to grow my audience. Right? Because I grew my audience, they paid me, they keep paying me, and now that audience makes me more money off other places. So even if I don't ship a single wreath right now, I would still make about $31,000 this month. Doesn't it take years to grow this amount? I would say that my growth started in 2017. So 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 5 years. Someone out there, please explain to me how you don't want to do 5 years of growth to make $31,000 a month to do nothing. I mean, I did something, but like, yeah, no one is going to sit there and say, oh, hey, you're cute. Here's $30,000 every month. Like, you got to do some work. Right? And I share this because whenever I started back in 2017, I was just like you. And I said, that's impossible. And no one back in 2017 would have ever said, this is how much money I make on this. This is how much money I make on this. All they said was, hire someone to do what you don't want to do. It'll be okay. Right? And I want to share with you that, yes, I say I have a wreath business and my wreath business makes a lot of money. But the truth is, I do have a wreath business, but that wreath business has multiple legs of revenue. Right? Now look, I'm not going to downplay it. We sell a lot of stuff. I can go log into Etsy for you. In the last 30 days, so if I want to add on to this, in the last 30 days, in my Etsy store, that says $47.8 thousand in revenue. Right? So guess what? I'm still working. Right? But guess what? Crazy story. The $31,000 I get paid to produce content for Facebook to grow my following, the following is over here shopping, making me money. So Facebook is literally paying me to grow an audience to buy the product that I produce. And none of this is DecoExchange.com money. This is one Etsy shop. So this is Etsy number 1. Etsy number 2. $6.5 thousand. Then I have a lot of like smaller Etsy things that are all print on demand. I make all the wreaths that I sell. Right? But y'all, we literally teach all of this every single day in the business coaching group. All you have to do is log in, do the training, implement it slowly every single day. Right, and now we're adding tumblers. We just invested in another machine so we can do some other stuff. But my numbers look real different now. Right? So these are real big numbers, but y'all, we now employ, about 30 people. My S right now is about 85,000 a month. Right? To pay everyone's salaries, to pay warehouse rent, to pay materials, to pay inventory, to pay 401ks and retirement and medical and insurance and all of those things, it cost me about $85,000 a month to run the business. So whenever we start adding up 31, 47, 6.5, just know that all this money does not go in my pocket. It goes to staff a whole lot of people, right? Now, think about whenever I told you guys earlier, the first time I did stew, that S was $535. Do you think ever in my lifetime, did you think, I know I didn't, I never thought that my $535 survival goal for my creative business would ever turn into $85,000. Melinda, you won't get to it in creative coaching group. It is the business coaching group. Right? So I got to do a lot of stuff every month to get $85,000 in profit. And for anyone who thinks that selling supplies is a whole lot of profit, it's not. I make about 10% profit. Well, the business makes about 10% profit on supplies after we pay for employees and overhead and the inventory and the extra inventory, right? So you always have about $200,000 sitting on the shelves. Right? So for example, right now, so far for the month of December, DecoExchange.com has done $189,000 in sales. That's only about $19,000 in profit. Now, y'all, if right? Those numbers, it takes a lot of people to pack $189,000 in orders. It costs a lot of money to do all that, right? This $18,000 gets invested back in the growth of the business, right? So by having all these different revenue streams that all add up to different amounts, I now have the 189 plus this one. Y'all, this one is almost all profit because it's all digital money. Right? So I've got this one. We have this one. We have the Etsy shops. Right? And all those things have to come out to the 85,000. Right? So any way that you want to run your business, you can, and you can absolutely reach whatever goal that you want. But the first thing that I want you to do is come up with your own goals, right? So come up with your own stew, your survival, your target, your ultimate goal. Divide that by your profit, and let's look at what kind of work that's going to be. What's my current stew? So currently we don't do stew by the month. We do it by the year. So my current stew, this one is a little over $1 million. My ultimate is 10 million. And my target is 5. Right? So this is for the whole year. Right? Not sure if those at a retirement age. So we actually have someone who is 72 years old who did, Tammy, I don't remember. Hang on, let me look for the photo. So we have a screenshot of it. She said, "Thank you so much. I just want you to know, in November, I sold $7,252. She's 72 years old, selling on Etsy. 73. "73 years old, selling on Etsy," and she said, I'll read it again. November was $7,252.85. My fees and taxes on Etsy were $475.56. I'll spend that any day to make $7,200. So don't give me that retirement age BS, friends. Right? Y'all, and she does not do live videos. She doesn't do any of this. She only does this bubble. Imagine if she had monetized all the other bubbles. She could have had a $10,000 month, right? Okay, one more quick thing. The whole reason of doing all the bubbles was to say this, right? So let's go back to that S equals 2,000 divided by 57. That was what, 30? 35. Okay, that's 35 wreaths. But what if you look at it and you try to break it down other ways, right? So let's say you have, I'm not going to call it wreaths because y'all get y'all's panties twisted. We're going to call it handmade. That is a $57. We have our print on demand. That's a $10. And let's just say we only have those two items, right? So what if we can take that $2,000 and we know that we only have enough free time to make about 15 wreaths, right? So now we can say 2,000 minus the 855. That gives us $1,145 left. So that's 115 shirts, for example, right? But on the t-shirts, we don't have to touch them. Someone else makes it, ships it, does all the things, right? So instead of just thinking like, oh, I have to make 75 wreaths, look at all your different little bubbles and say, hey, how can I make 1,500 in wreaths and 500 in print on demand, right? Can I go on social media every single day and take a selfie in one of the t-shirts that I sell? Now, this is what you need to remember. You have to find, okay, dang it, we're not done. Everyone will tell you to pick a niche and only sell that niche, right? So someone a long time ago told me that if I want a wreath making business, 100% of my stuff has to be about wreaths. Guess what? Niche product equals BS. Your niche does not have to be your product. Your niche can be a community. It can be an environment. It can be an overall feeling. Right? So Amber encourages people to be creative. That's her niche. Creative inspiration. Right? So guess what? I can do all of those things on my page because they appeal to the same person. Right? So listen, I could not say I love crawfish, right? And then post all vegan shirts. Doesn't make sense, right? Think about it this way. Most of you guys are small business owners, right? If you're following me, you're most likely a creative small business owner. Most of you are women. So, right? You could say that that is your focus. You could do business coaching for women. You could do t-shirts about boss babes. You could do like everything related to that and still maximize your money across that board, right? I don't only have to have a store that does one thing. I think about it like this. Now, it might be the wrong analogy because y'all are women, but Target and a shoe store, right? Target and a shoe store. And I say wrong audience because you're women because I put shoe store, not for anything else, right? So, how often do you go to a shoe store? Melinda, I think every single person should have a side hustle business no matter what. There's no reason not to in today's age. Right? How often do you go to a shoe store? Kathleen says never. I'm going to say only when need shoes. Right? The only time that you would really stop and walk into a shoe store is whenever you actually need a pair of shoes, right? Like most people besides Stacy aren't just going to walk in there to smell the new rubber on the tennis shoes, right? But how many times do you go to Target or Walmart or Amazon and shop and also pick up a pair of shoes? All right. Now, does Target say, how does Target get people that go to Target? Y'all, Target people are a certain class of people, right? Like, they got their own fan page. They out there, like, wearing Target logos on the back of their shirt looking like a bullseye. Right? Like, Target people are crazy. How many of y'all are Target people? Y'all know what I'm talking about. I don't even know what the logo looks like. Is it 3 rings? That looks like, you know, something else. So let's just take that off our little drawing. Right? So you can build an environment that attracts the same type of people who expect the same type of thing, right? So whenever you think Target, you think nice shopping experience. You think I can grab a popcorn or a Starbucks while I'm there, right? You expect to pay a little bit more because you feel like you get treated better, right? So, do you want to be a store that only talks to people whenever they need your product? Or do you want to be an environment where people go and then happen to buy your stuff while they're there? right? So both me and Amber have built our own version of Target, right? So our page, it appeals to multiple different ways to the same person. So personally, I sell supplies. I show you how to use the supplies. I give you some tips on how to sell your product. We post entertaining content. We make a mess, just like your craft rooms, right? So we've built a Target type business around our business so we can throw stuff that makes sense. So hopefully that helps a little bit, right? Y'all, if all you're doing on your Facebook page is saying, new wreath listed for sale, posting a picture, you're trying to build a shoe store. You're trying to build a shoe store, and no one just wants to hang out at a shoe store. Except for, what was that Bundy's name? Al? Right? So build a community. All right. Y'all, I'm really going home this time. You needed this pep talk? Look, I'll zoom in right down here once again. Y'all, never, ever in my life did I ever think that I would make money like this. Like, I'm literally, Facebook, YouTube are paying me to grow my business. Like, is that not insane? Like, it still blows my mind. The other day, whenever my Reels bonus got to, I don't know, $6,000, I was like, Parker, do you remember how many hours we used to have to spend at the oil and gas job to make $6,000? And now, like, Facebook is just like, oh, there's $35,000 sitting over there that you can earn to grow your business on Facebook. What the heck? But also know that no matter, y'all, as your business grows, your expenses are going to get a lot more. I never thought that I would be spending $85,000 a month to run a business, for sure. Right? But I do it. All right, y'all, have a good night. I am gonna go cuddle with a puppy because I'm home alone. All right.